Hello, 5th grade. This is Miss Reeser here. Today, your assignment is Lesson 7. And in Lesson 7, you're talking about the difference between parts of speech and function in the sentence, or parts of a sentence. So this might get a little confusing, so I'll try to explain it carefully. But we have 8 parts of speech, and they are nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, pronouns, conjunctions, interjections, and prepositions. So those are what we call the 8 parts of speech. They are the foundation for for our language, really. These are the kinds of words that make up our language. So those are our 8 parts of speech, and think of it a little bit like the parts of your body. So my hand is a part of my body, just like noun is a part of speech, okay? But my hand, even though it's a part of my body, but my hand does different things, right? You can write with your hand, you can grab with your hand and feed yourself, you can itch with your hand if you have poison ivy, you can comb your hair. Your hand can do all kinds of things, all right? So your hand is a part of your body, but as a part of your body, it has different functions or different things that it can do. So just like my hand has different functions, um, sometimes the parts of speech can have different functions as well. So if a word is a noun, there are several different ways that it can be used. So let's look at how nouns can be used. Let's come down here. Nouns can be used as the subject of the sentence. They can be used as a noun of direct address, or the name of the person that you're speaking to. They can be used as an object of a preposition. They can be used as predicate nominatives. They can be used as direct objects, and they can be used as indirect objects. So these, 6 ways that nouns can be used. All right. So a noun is the part of speech, but a noun can be used 6 different ways: either the subject, noun of direct address, object of the preposition, predicate nominative, direct object, and indirect object. Okay? Now let's look at verbs. Verbs can be used a couple different ways, and we have 4 ways that verbs can be used. They can either be used as an action verb, a linking verb, a being verb, or a helping verb. Okay? So again, verb is the part of speech, but the verb can function or be used 4 different ways: as action verbs, linking verbs, being verbs, and helping verbs. All right? And the third part of speech that has different functions would be the pronoun. Okay? So a pronoun can be used as the subject of the sentence. It can be used as a predicate nominative. It can be used as a direct object, an indirect object, an object of the preposition, or even sometimes as an adjective. Okay? Possessive pronouns, or pronouns that show ownership, are adjectives. Okay? So the part of speech might be a pronoun, but it can be used different ways in the sentence. All right? So hopefully that makes sense. And think of it again like your hand. Your hand is a part of your body, but your hand has different things. It has different things that it can do. A noun is a part of speech, but there are different things that a noun can do. All right? So I'm going to put a sentence on my whiteboard here, and we're going to first I'm going to give you a chance to label the parts of speech, and then we're going to label the different functions of the words. Okay? So I'm going to write this sentence down. I'm running out of room here. Alright, so my sentence here: ew, this sandwich has moldy bread. Alright, and right now I'd like you to pause the video and write this sentence down. And above the sentence, I want you to write the parts of speech, okay? So label whether it's a noun and verb, adjective, adverb, pronoun, interjection, conjunction, or preposition. So go through and label those above the sentence. So pause the video and do that. And I'm going to label these as well. Okay, so let's look at this now. Ew is an interjection, okay? That's the part of speech. This is an adjective. It's used to describe a noun, so that's the part of speech. Sandwich is naming a thing, right? So that makes it a noun. Has is a verb. Moldy is describing a noun, right? Moldy is describing bread, so that is an adjective. And bread is a noun. It's naming a thing, all right? So those are the parts of speech. Now I'd like you to pause the video again and label the functions in the sentence, okay? So underneath the sentence now, label how it functions. And remember, nouns, verbs, and pronouns have different functions or different ways that they can be used. Other parts of speech don't have different functions. They function as themselves, or they're used as themselves, okay? So pause the video and label how it's used underneath the sentence, and I'm going to do the same. All right. So hopefully this isn't too confusing. It's a little squished here. I should have spaced it out a little bit more. But let's look at how it's used in the sentence, how these different parts of speech are used in the sentence. So ew is an interjection, okay? The function is the same as the part of speech, okay? So interjections don't have different functions that they can be used. Their interjections are always used as interjections, okay? This is functioning as an adjective, okay? It's an adjective and it's functioning as an adjective, all right? Sandwich, we said, is a noun, but it's used as the subject of the sentence. So it's still a noun, but we're using it as the subject of the sentence, okay? We said has is a verb, but what kind of verb is it? It's an action verb because it's telling us that the subject has something, or the sandwich is owning something in essence. All right. So has is an action verb. Moldy we said that's an adjective. That's the part of speech, and it's functioning as an adjective. Okay. And the last word, bread, is a noun, like we said. It's naming a thing, so it's a noun, but it's used as the direct object in the sentence, okay? It's telling us what the sandwich has. It has moldy bread. So bread is receiving the action from the verb, so that makes bread our function, our direct object. That's how it's functioning. So again, remember, we have 8 different parts of speech, but some of them can be used in different ways, and that's what we call function, or another term for it is sentence parts. So for your homework, you're going to be labeling the parts of speech, and you're also going to be labeling the sentence parts, or how they are used in the sentence. And I believe back in the back of your book there for sure is a list of the parts of speech, and I'm pretty sure there's also a list of sentence functions or sentence parts, the ways words can be used in a sentence. So if you need to use that for reference, go ahead and do that. All right, so that's your lesson 7 fifth grade. I hope you have a great day.